Good morning, students. I'm as Vijayalakshmi. Now I'm going to introduce the bridge course for economics. The subject economics is not new for you because you already studied this subject in your ninth and 10th standard. But you studied only a small part of economics, such as national income and population. Now, in your higher studies, you're going to study the subject in deep manner. Many people hear the word economics and think it is all about money. Economics is not just about money, it is about weighing different choices or alternatives. Some of those important choices involve money, but most do not. Most of your daily, monthly, or life choices have nothing to do with money, yet they are still the subject matter of economics. For example, your decisions about whether it should be you or your roommate who should be the one to clean up or do the dishes, whether you should spend an hour a week volunteering for a worthy charity or send them a little money via your cell phone, or whether you should take a job so you can help support your sibling or parents or save for your future, are all economic decisions. Economics helps us to economizing or being efficient, not making foolish or waste choices about how you spend or budget your time and money. We all know that we can save money or time by being more efficient in our planning. A trip to the supermarket can be coordinated with a trip to take your child to school, or to deposit a check at the bank across the street to save on gas. In this way, we can save our resources and time. You should know the meaning of economics. The word economics comes from Greek word oikonomikos. Here, oikos means household, nomos means management. So, economics refers to management of household. Further, economics is divided into two branches, namely microeconomics and macroeconomics. Here, micro means small and macro means large. Microeconomics, as a small part of economics, it deals only with the individual household, individual firm, etc. Macroeconomics is a aggregate economics. It studies the economy as a whole. It deals with employment, income, poverty, unemployment, trade cycle, etc. He is the father of economics. He is Adam Smith, a great economist. He regarded as father of economics. He states that every man is motivated by his self-interest. This means that each person works for his own good. So, economics is a social science. As a social science, it deals with human wants and needs. Because human wants are unlimited and the resources to satisfy human wants are scarce. So we have to make choices between these resources. How to allocate these scarce resources into alternative uses. It's a very big decision making. The economics deals with production, consumption, distribution, and exchange. Production refers to the creation of wealth. Strictly speaking, it refers to the creation of utilities. And utility refers to the ability of a good to satisfy a want. Consumption refers to it deals with the satisfaction of human wants. There is economic activity in the world because there are wants. When a want is satisfied, the process is known as consumption. Exchange. In modern times, no one person or a country can be self-sufficient. This gives rise to exchange. In exchange, we give one thing and take another thing. Distribution. Wealth is produced by the contribution of land, labor. Wealth is produced by the combination of factors of production such as land, labor, capital and organization, and it is distributed in the form of rent, wages, interest and profits. In economics, we are not much interested in personal distribution. National income. In economics, we study about national income. National income is nothing but it is a total money value of goods and services produced during a particular year. With the help of national income, we can understand the growth of an economy. Economic activities. What do you mean by economic activities? Economic activities is nothing but any activity which helps to earn income is considered as economic activities. With the help of study of national income, we can understand the growth of an economy. The growth and development of an economy and the factors determining them could be understood only through macro analysis. I hope that you all understand about the subject of economics. With the help of economics, we can make choices between scarce resources and efficient allocation of resources without any wastages, and helps us to decision making process, and we can understand the trends of national income and growth of an economy. Thank you.